Winter sowing is a cheap and easy way to start a lot of seedlings without grow lights, really without a lot of manipulation. And it's really accessible to all people. Now, most people when they think winter sowing are things that are cold hardy, but you would be surprised. You can also start tomatoes and basil and anything else really in winter sowing. It will just start to germinate when nature tells it to germinate. And that is the cool and different thing about winter sowing. I think that winter sowing is almost like a set it and forget it. You give it a little watering, but lo and behold, nature is gonna do its thing. So before you start winter sowing, there are a couple of things that you need. You're going to need a clear or opaque container. You're not gonna wanna use anything black or dark. Stick with opaque or clear. Now, the next thing is we're gonna whip this little milk jug or whatever you use into shape. No matter what you use, the steps are still gonna be the same. The first thing we're gonna do is cut this in half. Because this does have a handle, we're gonna make sure that we don't cut this 1 inch of the handle so that it still has a lid so we can open it up and down. After you've cut your container in half, you have to make sure that you have drainage holes on the bottom. Do not miss this step. If you do, your soil, your seeds are gonna become waterlogged. Boom, bam, it's ruined. Just poke a couple holes in it just to make sure that the water can run through. Don't do that, be safe. Bam, drainage holes. Next is to fill up the soil, and I like to fill it up about 5 inches just to make sure that the roots can have enough room to really root when they get going outside. I've already pre-made some soil. You want to make sure that your soil is moist. Yes, it's cold outside. Yes, it's freezing, but do not miss this step, okay? Don't do it. And once it is filled up, all you have to do is pick the seed that you want to start. Today, I am going to start lavender seed. Now, lavender seeds need a cold stratification, and that is why this is good for me to go outside in the garden. This year, I'm doing an experiment with starting the lavender. Now, lavender is a plant that needs a cold stratification, so it needs to be cold at least 30 to 40 days before it can really get going. So I'm gonna start some in here in the winter sowing bin, and also I'm gonna start some in my seed starting trays, stick them in the freezer, and start them inside like my normal seedling. I have no idea how it'll go, but I'm excited to see the results. The seeds are very, very tiny. So with these, you are just going to sow them on the very, very top. After this step, make sure you label it, tape it away, and put it outside in the cold. Literally set it and forget it. Now, when it starts to warm up, make sure you take a peek inside of it to see if it's a little dry. Give it a little love, but on the most part, nature's really gonna take care of these if you made sure that you followed all those steps. So let me know if you're gonna winter sow, or if you have any tips on winter sowing, make sure that you leave them down below. As always, friends, you are wonderful, you are awesome. Bye!